Hey everyone, my name is Yoshi. Welcome to my FlossTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I know I have been away for a while. It's been about almost 4 months since you guys have seen me, and I have a lot of projects I want to show you. So I think I've done at least 10,000 stitches. I only want to show you the projects I have really focused on. I've worked about on half of my projects, which I have almost 50 whips. Yes, I have new ones, but I have only been focusing on about 15 projects, and I think I'm only going to show about 10 projects today, hopefully. Quick life update. One thing I want to share, some sad news, is that on January 12th, I had to put my dog down. My baby, I called her Dakota. Coda, that was my pet baby, my child. She had lymphoma. She was diagnosed with lymphoma in December. I felt some lumps on her, and I'm like, oh God, I hope this isn't what I think it is, because I Googled it. Went to the vet, they took a sample. Within a week, I found out that it was lymphoma. And I decided not to treat it. You know, I did my research. I saw some TikTok videos. I saw videos of people saying like they spent lots of money on trying to overcome this, only for the dog to pass away within about 5 months, maybe a little longer. And I'm like, you know what? I don't got the money. Second of all, I don't want to put my dog through that. So what I decided to do was to just spend the most time with her, to love her, to give her the best life possible that I could. And I didn't know how much time I had with her. All I knew was our time was limited, and turned out I had about a month left. She lost a lot of weight because the dogs will lose their appetite. It was a battle trying to find out, okay, what is she gonna eat tonight? She stopped eating dog food. Then sometimes she'll eat this, and then she stopped eating that. But one thing the dog loved was chicken. So yeah, it was just trying to make her happy. And the day of, I just knew it was time to say goodbye. I didn't want my dog to suffer or to get worse, because she already lost so much weight. She was basically a bag of bones. And yeah, my dog was still there mentally. She had that look in her eyes, that young puppy that I remember. That was my baby. She was happy. She always wagged. She didn't lose that spark. While her body was a bag of bones, she just never lost that spark. And I'm happy that I did put her down, because I didn't want her to suffer. I didn't want it to get worse, where she couldn't get up, where she was starving, where, you know, I just didn't want to face the day when she was just weak. So I had to say goodbye to her, and it was rough, but I knew I made the right decision. I don't want to depress y'all, so I did try to come make a video on January. I was just busy with work. February was a busy month, and today I was stitching, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't you make a video? I have time. So that is what we are doing. The first project I want to show you is the round robin piece that I have been stitching with Andrew the Runner Stitcher, Sheldon in Stitches, and Jason X Stitches. I don't remember his channel name, but all channel names will be linked down below. So as of right now, we are on the first rotation. I have Sheldon's piece, if you guys remember. Probably don't. But yes, I have Sheldon's piece. I am stitching on, the project that Sheldon chose is Tea Berry Tiles by Black Ink Circles. And he is using the Roxy floss. So Sheldon provided us some floss, and I decided to go with the darkest color and the lightest color. And real quick, I'm gonna blow my nose because I was sad for a bit. So let me go clear that up. All right, I am back. So, this is Sheldon's side that he has completed. His little motif is a cup of tea on top of a book, because he likes to read. And he's always drinking tea, I believe. I believe he starts every video with his little mug. And this is my side. I chose the darkest and lightest color. So the lightest color is called Sea Salt. The darkest color is called Deep Woods. And this is my side. So I am at least halfway done. I'll give you a little close-up. And then there's Sheldon's in case you want to see that. And together, this is what it's looking like. So, like I said, I'm at least halfway done. My goal is to try to finish this by the end of the month. I do have an idea on the motif that I want to put in the middle. I have 4 ideas right now. I just don't know which one I'm going to do. I think my 4... Do I want to share? I don't know if I want to share what my 4 are. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it right there. I want it to be a surprise. So yeah, as far as the fabric, it's a 32 count linen called Biscuit by Roxy Floss Co. And yeah, this is the round robin piece. All right, so the first project I want to show you, I was just stitching on it. And then I'm like, okay, I can make a flossy video. So it's still gonna be in the Q-snap, but I'll take off one of the edges and there will be needles dangling from it. This project is called Avocado Toast. It's by Carolyn, and I'm stitching it on a fabric called Old Gold. I don't remember where it's from, which I'll look at a past video and I'll put it in the description. But the last time you guys saw this, it had 2,775 stitches. I'm happy to say I have done, since the start of the year, 1,498 stitches, which, if you saw my plans video, I told you like, oh, I plan to put this many stitches on this project, do that for this project, which I'm still sticking to those plans. The goal for this one is to get 2,190 stitches, so I'm just a few stitches away from completing that goal. But yeah, this is Avocado Toast by Carolyn. Here's a quick little close-up. I think it was last week I completed this top row right here of squares, which I was super excited for. I'm now trying to complete the next row, which is my second row. But yeah, this is Avocado Toast. And I know you hear many people say this, and I've said this many times. Stitching on a Carolyn piece is just so calming. If you don't have one, I highly recommend grabbing a Carolyn piece. And yeah. And many people have complimented the fabric with the pattern, and I didn't mean to do that, which I didn't think much of it. I'm just like, oh, it goes great on that one, but I'm loving it more and more. And I'm starting to think like, okay, whenever I finish it, I want to get it framed, and I want some of the fabric showing so people can see like the fabric and the pattern. As far as percentage, let's see, I am 11.71% of the way there. So again, there is Avocado Toast. And like I always say, it looks better in the camera. So yeah, I hope you guys like that one. The next project, it is a new project. This one, it's from Lord Libidan, so it's a free pattern. I call it Pokemon Original because it's a Pokemon sprites as what they look like in the original Game Boy game. And back then, it's a little nerdy out, but back then there was not a lot of color on the Game Boy games. And so each Pokemon only has 4 colors, black, white, and 2 other colors. And the reason why they did that is because they didn't want to overload the game. It couldn't handle that much data at the time, so they had to like be creative, and I guess losing color was one of the ways that they can use less data, I guess. So let me find some info on this one. So it's called, I call it Pokemon Original. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Sunshine Days, which is the same fabric as my Smooth Sea project. And let's see. For Pokemon Original, I have 1,309 stitches. So the goal for this project was to get 1,200 stitches, but I couldn't put it down, and I just kept stitching. So Let me show y'all what it looks like. There we go. So I have 7 Pokemons starting to show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll let y'all guess what the Pokemons are. I don't want to say, but yeah, look at that. And the one thing about this project is I decided to omit the background. So the background was like a yellow color, like I think kind of neon, very yellow. It was just a super bright yellow color. And I knew I was gonna omit that background from the very beginning, which I'm happy I did. Or is it yellow? Yes, it's yellow. Yeah, it's yellow. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the other Pokemon pattern that they have. And yeah. I think omitting the background is going to make it look very nice. It's one of my favorites to work on. It's just, this one is also a relaxing one because it's not really confetti heavy. But yeah, this is my Pokemon original. And I love this one. I want to work on it, but I'm telling myself, you have other projects you need to work on. I have other goals. I know I'm gonna fail on some of these goals, but I at least want to maybe get half of them completed, if possible. I don't know. I'm very behind on my stitching plans for the year. So I don't know how much I'm gonna accomplish, but we're gonna chug along and try to do that. So as of right now, I'm saying this project is done being worked on for the year, but I might change my mind. It might come back out later, so we'll see. But yeah, Pokemon Original. And while I have this one out, this one is called Smoothie. It's from the book, Emma Congdon's book called Cross Stitch for the Soul. And also, side note, Emma Congdon is Stitchrovia. Some of you guys may know that. Some of you guys may not, but Stitchrovia and Emma Congdon are the same people. And this one is also stitched on a 32 count Sunshine Days from Latin Loops. And let's see, Smoothie last year when you saw it had 2,651 stitches. And I am happy to say, let's see, Smoothie now has 1,000, or I added 1,103 stitches. So this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. So, what have I done? Let me give you a close-up real quick. All right, so I know that I have completed the letter A, and I started the letter E, which I am over halfway done with the letter E. I am done on working on this project for the year. And again, I'm saying year because I don't know if I'm going to pull this out later. I may cancel my plans, but as of right now, I'm trying to stick to them. So yeah, it says a smooth C. I'm almost halfway done with the project. So in order to be halfway done, all I need to do is complete the E and start the, what is it called? I don't know what it's called. Is it a hook? You know, the things they throw out to hold a ship from moving? The anchor? I don't know if it has a specific name. And I just have to backstitch a little bit on this project. So it's just the top of the lighthouse, some things right there, and I think the birds, and that's it. It'll be quick. But yeah, this is, or I'm calling it Smoothie from Emma Congdon, Cross Stitch for the Soul. All right, so the next project I have in my lineup is Jelly World, which is the Hate South for 2025. Last time you saw it, it had 7,238 stitches, and since then I have added 578 stitches. And this is what it looked like before. And now, let's see. This is what it looks like now. So I kind of jumped around. I don't know what my goal was. I was just jumping around. This is the middle of the project, somewhere right here. So I started like, okay, I'm going to start from the middle and I'm going to work my way around. And that's what I've been doing. I know I've worked on all over the place. I don't remember what it looked like the last time I showed y'all, but I know there's new stitches. All this is new. Some new stitches here and there and here. So yeah. Still trying to complete the goal for the year. So this one is not done being shown for the year. But yeah, this is the hate sale for 2025. Well, one of them. And yeah, that's Jelly World. It looks really good on camera, by the way. I know I'm probably going to say that about every project I show on camera, but yes. And this one is not available. So if you did not participate in the hate sale and you did not complete, I guess, the 6 pages or buy Jelly World, then there's no way to get this project. But yeah. Okay, the next project I'm going to show you is, I believe it's from Zanna Cross Stitch. I don't know if, I have Googled it and I can't find it on Etsy. So I don't know if it's available or if it's sold somewhere else. But this one is called Stained Glass Disney Heroes. And the last time you saw it, it had 1,722 stitches. I'm happy to say so far I have added 491 stitches for the year. This is what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. So I'm stitching this on white Aida 14 count. I really worked on these rows, been completing them to the edge of this black side. And so yeah. Maybe all this is new right there. This one was fun. I couldn't put it down. I just really enjoyed it for the month of March. I think the goal for the year, let's see. This one is, the goal for the year is to get 1,100 stitches. So I'm almost halfway to that goal. But yeah, this is Stained Glass Disney Heroes. There's a close-up. And the colors, I love. I'm always going to say this about this project. I love the colors. Whenever I'm tired of stitching just browns, grays, whites, I like to come to this piece just because it's so bright. Switching from the pinks, which has a little bit of orange, to the greens, to the yellows, to the blues. It's just fun. And I still don't know which character I'm working on. So one thing about me, I don't look at the images of what the project's going to look like. I just know that I like the project and I bought it and I want to stitch on it. And so that's the last time I've seen the image. So I don't know what character is coming. Honestly, I know it's not Mickey because Mickey is not part of the Disney Heroes. But it looks like Mickey's hat when he's a little magician. Is it Fantasia? Fantasia. I think that's when he wore that hat. I don't know. I don't know my Mickey Mouse very well. But yeah, this is Disney Stained Glass, Disney Heroes Stained Glass. All right, so this picture, this project is stitched on 14 count vellum Aida from 123 Stitch, and it's from Kooler Designs. It's the winter sampler, and I don't know if I showed it, but last year I started the autumn or the fall sampler. I think that it's called autumn sampler. And I'm planning to stitch the spring sampler and the summer sampler as well in the respective seasons. So I did the winter sampler. My goal is to get 300 stitches on each of those 4 projects for the year. Glad to say I have completed the winter sampler. This is what it looks like. There's not much to show, but here's a close-up. And one thing about the Kooler design pieces I have never done before, there's 3 strands. Which sucks because I can't do the loop start, which I can if I do it on 2 strands over 1, but it's called for 3 strands and I just decided to stick to the 3 strands. But yeah, that's it. There's not much to show. I am trying to start the spring sampler, but the fabric I want is not available on 123 Stitch. I'm hoping they'll restock it. If not, I gotta find another alternative because I do want to stitch it in its season. And that's kind of keeping me on my goals for the year, I guess. So yeah, we'll see if I can find it. But yeah, that is winter sampler. And I know that Jen, the crazy caffeinated Jen. What? Oh my God! What is her channel name? Jen, the crazy caffeinated crafter. The caffeinated craft. I think I called her crazy. We all know she is. But yeah, this is she's stitching on all of them as well. I know she has the winter. She has summer, I believe. I don't know which one she's working on right now, but I think she's doing summer. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to see something that's more complete, look at Jen's channel. That's linked down below as well. And you can see those projects. But yeah, this is the Winter Sampler by Kooler Design Studio. All right, so the next project I have is from Stitches So Beautiful. And I decided to get this project because I wanted to participate in the monthly challenges that they host. I joined in on the February one. I completed my goal. Happy to say I got, let's see, I got 1,002 stitches in. So I completed the goal of getting 1,000 stitches, which you have to do 250 every week if it's a full cross, which is what I'm doing. I completed the goal. So this project will come back out when I see what the next giveaway is for that month. So I decided not to participate in March's challenge. And when I saw the challenge that they had for April, it was a few days after, so I wasn't able to join because I was a little late. Gotta remember to look at their page. They're on the last day of the month to participate in the next month. But the project I chose is Travel by Train, See the Witches. I'm stitching this on, I think, is it a 16 count, Ada? I'm stitching this one on, yeah, 16 count Ada. Let me fold this up real quick. This is what it looks like. There's not much. I'm just working in the background. But if you can't see that, there's some gold right there. Which means I'm getting into the lettering that this piece has. It does have a border that goes around it, but I did not start with the border because I didn't have one of the colors. Which, glad to say, I now have. So more than likely, if I do participate in another challenge that they host, I'm going to start on that border. Which there's not going to be much to look at besides like a goldish looking border or beige border that goes around it. But yeah, that's 1,002 stitches. Does a close up one more time. I hope y'all could see that. And yeah, this is Travel by Train, See the Witches, which, first of all, I want to say, I like the challenges that they host. I think it's pretty easy to complete the challenge, 1,000 stitches, 250 a week. That's not a lot. And they give you a free pattern on top of that, which I think is pretty cool. So if you're not part of Stitches So Beautiful challenge, I highly recommend it. Go buy a piece. It has to be one of their designs. And yeah, participate. Don't forget to post that weekly picture. Don't forget to reply, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram. Don't forget to post the pictures on Sunday or whatever day that they ask for. It's a good challenge. You buy one piece, you participate, complete the goal, you get another one. So now I have 2 projects from them. So it's like this piece was $5 and the other one was $5. The more you complete, the more you get, the better a deal it is. So go participate in your Stitches So Beautiful challenge. All right, the next project I have is a Hate Self for 2026. I decided to go with the Mirror of Venus. The Mirror of Venus is one of the least popular ones. There's not many people stitching on it. I think there's only like 30, 35 people, 37, I don't know. But yeah. As far as how I started, let's see. They did release a pattern again earlier in the or at the end of 2025, which is earlier than expected because we We thought we were going to get them 2026, the first day. So because I had a little bit of time, I did stitch 323 stitches for the month of December. And for the month of January, I added 977 stitches. So this one has 1,300 stitches exactly. And this is what it looks like. This is the Mare of Venus. There's a close-up. Yeah, I was working on it for the month of January. Then I kind of fell off of it. But the goal is to get 12,000 stitches for the year. The year is not over, so I still have a chance on completing that goal. But yeah. I can't wait to get out of this. I know it's background. I know right here is going to be a tree branch. So I can't wait to see it come together. Yeah, I'm just trying to complete one page because I told myself before the challenge started, I want to complete one page to get the Amy Stewart piece, but they gave it to us for free, so I already have that. But my goal is to still complete one page. We'll see if I actually accomplish that because I haven't even completed one page on the 2025 style. So we'll see. Like I said, I have a lot of goals this year with each project. I've only completed like I think I completed 3 goals out from my projects, and I still have like 50 projects. So there's a lot I need to do. So I gotta get to stitching. But yeah, this is the Mare of Venus from the 2026 Hage style. All right, and the last project I'm gonna show you, which is actually the 9th project, which I said I was gonna show you 10, but I only have 9 to show. Mine is Round Robin. Is my Indian Peacock. I have my goal for the year is to complete 6 rows, which is 6 10 by 10 rows. I have completed 2 so far, so I have 4 more to go. But for Indian Peacock, so far I've completed 578 stitches. This is what it looked like before. I'm not sure if you're going to see much of a difference because I worked in the sky, which kind of blends into the fabric, but this is what it looks like now. So real quick, it is from far away. The peacock looks good in the video. Here is a close-up. So that is Indian Peacock. Did I complete the head? Yeah, I completed the head of the peacock. So look at that. The only thing missing is the back stitching, which I have yet to do, but the head is complete. The neck is complete like halfway. It's missing a few stitches here and there, but yeah, it's coming along. It's looking really good. But yeah, the flowers right here, those are done. They just need back stitching. I got 4 more rows to complete, so I have about 3.5-ish. Because I think I completed half row 4, have I? No, almost. I don't know. I gotta look at my paper. But yeah, this is Indian Peacock. It's from Dimensions. I can't wait to stitch another Dimension piece. So we'll see. I am trying to commit to this one, and I'm telling myself, finish this one first, and then you can work on another one. So the good thing is I have yet to purchase a Dimensions piece because I know if I buy it, I'm going to start it. So yeah. But yeah, this is Indian Peacock. Highly recommend. It's easy stitching, especially in the sky. The sky is mostly 10th stitch. So yeah. That is Indian Peacock. So guys, we still have about 8.5 months left of the year. My goal is to still complete the goals that I set out for myself. I did detour a little bit with the Stitch Is So Beautiful piece. I did stitch a little extra on the Pokemon because I couldn't resist it. But if I could stay on track, I know I'm not going to complete every goal that I set out for myself, but I do want to set a certain goal for myself to at least complete some things, because when I looked back at my 2025 goals or what I completed as far as stitch wise, I'm like, oh, this piece got a few hundred stitches, that one got a few hundred. This year I'm trying to do better. Instead of just a few hundred stitches, I'm trying to at least get 1,000. minus the Kooler design pieces, because that's going to be $1,200 total for those 4 pieces, which is $300 per piece. I'm just trying to complete those goals. I'm trying to see a bigger difference as far as like the start of the year picture versus the end of the year. So that is my goal. I just want to feel like I'm making progress instead of just like, oh, a small difference. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. And I am sorry for being gone for so long. I did not mean to disappear for about 3.5 months. So hopefully I make another video sooner than 4 months from now. But yeah, that is it. Thanks again for watching. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.